From the beginning, First Lady Donna Edwards knew she had a calling.
I think as a teacher in the classroom, you always feel like you're making a difference in someone's life.
Her passion for children became clear while teaching music.
You know, I can remember being in the classroom and the children that I taught and praying and hoping that, you know, the words that I chose that day or the things of encouragement that I said to that child would make a difference in their life.
In the classroom, Edwards saw firsthand the battles many children fight in silence.
Believe it or not, well, there are children who go hungry. Unbelievable in 2019 that the numbers are as high as they are, one in four in Louisiana.
After witnessing these heartbreaking stories, she made it her mission to give those in need a voice.
I was taken aback, like can't not be the people of Louisiana. We've got to do better.
Governor John Bel Edwards was elected in 2015.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Giving the First Lady a new platform to advocate for young children.
I look at it more as an opportunity for me to really be a voice for so many that maybe can't or don't have that voice.
There's something special about a hot, fresh cup of coffee.
Okay, well here, I'll pour you one. I'll pour you a fresh cup.
Soothing and familiar.
Yum.
A feeling many people get when sipping community coffee.
I cannot imagine my life without community coffee.
Donna Siraj, manager of CCC Holding, joined Community Coffee back in 1957.
I married into this company 62 years ago.
Little did she know this small family business would be a staple in homes across Louisiana 100 years later.
We didn't drink that much coffee, and I learned to drink coffee and learned to love the product and love the business.
Even though she wasn't running the company, she played a big role in shaping it to what we know today.
But I think I validated many of his decisions, and he made a lot of good ones, and I like to think that maybe I was a part of that.
She poured that same sense of family into the community.
But I had the time to really give back to the community by volunteering.
There's something special about a night of gymnastics at the PMAC, but that hasn't always been the case.
Where we started as a team with no training center, no training facility, to now what we have has been an incredible journey.
LSU Gymnastics head coach Dee Dee Bro developed a love for gymnastics at a very young age.
Even before I was in college, it was, competed at a very high level, and hurt my knee in the Olympic trials process in '72, and began coaching right after that.
After a career-ending injury, she decided to focus on education and made the move to her dream school.
Did my undergraduate, then started my graduate program, and that's when Carl Maddox called me and hired me to coach the women's gymnastics team.
Maxine Crump is the president and CEO of the Dialogue on Race Louisiana.
The conversation that had been around that is white people are this way and black people are that way. And what was left out was what is the core of this friction. And I thought, if we don't talk about that, we're not going to be able to solve the problem.
It's a conversation that's played a major role in her life.
From the time I was 5 or 6, I remember asking my father, what is this division? And my words were, why don't white people speak to black people? So he said, well, white people have been led to believe that they are superior, but that isn't accurate. Our Constitution does not support ranks in Americans. And I looked back at him and I said, so I'm American? And he said, yes. And he smiled and went on.
Little did she know that that conversation would set the tone for the rest of her life.
But I also understood through the movement that the rights weren't activated.
Crump knew she had to speak up if she wanted to be a part of the changes happening around her.
When he said, well, would you like to live on campus? And I just said, yes. I didn't know I would be the only one.
Meet Haley Enamorado. On the outside, she may look like your typical 16-year-old, but if you take a closer look, you'll see much more.
As a 6th grader, I could have said, somebody needs to change the world. But instead I said, I'm going to be the person to change the world.
Haley's story started when she was just 12 years old.
I thought Veterans Day for a very long time was just another day.
But that quickly changed.
We found a relative that we knew in our family, which was her great-great-uncle, and I had a picture.
Naturally, I was like, Mom, let's open up the back of the picture. We found the last letters that Ivory Distel had ever sent home. And it's why I started reaching out after finding his letters and hearing that he hadn't, in fact, never had those letters delivered.
Haley was able to find Deschatel's last surviving daughter, Geraldine Scheck-Snyder, and after decades, deliver his final message